Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Morgan, and bid you all welcome back to Elex. So it's possible that this is just an add-on to episode 59. If it turns out the rest of this is going to be really quick, I'm just going to combine it and make it one episode instead of part 59 and part 60. Remains to be seen, but I did a cut anyway, tentatively, until I determined whether or not this is going to be one episode, so I apologize if there's a strange strange cut that happens right after we did right after we cured Nasty of her terminal illness.
We'd better hurry up and get out of here.
So, yeah, I guess we're moving on to the Ice Palace now. I don't see anything left on our agenda. So, can I just, like, go around? I don't think so. So this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the final battle against the hybrid, Dr. Charles Adam Dawkins. Or is it Adam Charles Dawkins? I can't remember. Somebody fucked it up on an audio log and has totally screwed me up over it ever since. I don't feel like fighting that thing. God. Well, we're gonna have to kill it. No Alb or Alb machination remains standing. Just because it's killing all my animal pals. Bitch! Ow. Yeah, you missed. You big old bitch. I think we got more than enough potions to make it, so I'm not going to be too stingy with them. Alright, well. The field has been cleared. The way forward is open. Logan is still chilling here for some reason.
Didn't you hear the attack order?
Oh, there's people still fighting over there.
Why should I help you and the damn clerics? If you think that's...
Why'd you even show up in the first place?
If that's so, then why are you here?
To watch the elves put you lot down. It's cold as death here. I don't understand how the elves have lasted so long in this place. Maybe the cold for so long is why the elf defenses gave way. Maybe it was too cold even for that bunch of bastards.
The destruction of the elf defenses was nothing to do with you, that's for sure.
No, it was just a gift the world has given to me. Well, that was a good show, but I'd better go before I freeze to death.
I could just kill him. I don't think I will, though, because Nasty won't be too happy about that, I'm sure. I saw some people fighting over here. Who the hell are you? Oh, it's Thorald just chilling here for some reason.
The lands of the free people.
Agreed. Somebody's stashing their bogues over here. Alright, onwards and forwards into the Ice Palace. Kaya, keep up. It's not a terribly imposing gate after all, is it? Shame there's no getting indoors there. I remember the concept art for this Ice Palace actually looked really cool. But now that we're here, the only thing that's kind of impressive about it is just the scale of it. It is possibly the most imposing structure that Roundabites has ever fabricated. Oh, Sestak is just hanging out here. He's got no backup.
The survival.
He's just gonna stand there picking his nose or something. While we go do the real dirty business. Ooh, what is all this? Oh, wow. There is a lot of place to this place. Thought the rest of this would be kind of cut off. Seems redundant, though. Yeah, I don't think there's really going to be anything out here. I'm going to do some exploring afterwards. Hopefully there's nothing out here that's going to, like, really tip the scales when we actually fight. I don't know what the point of picking up all these, like, pennies. Anyway. Alright, well, thank God they left the front door open as usual. Oh, there's a teleporter there.
I'll wait here for you.
Really? You're not coming in.
I'm back with you. Go on. I'll wait here for you.
My God. Nobody gives an excuse for why they're not coming in here. Some people have shitty excuses. But Kaya, you are my companion. You are the one who is supposed to help me see this through to the end. And you're not gonna. Just gonna stand there. I have to go in here, fight all these assholes myself. Ow. Just fuck off. Hang on. None of them are hostile. Why am I even fighting them for? Why do I get the feeling they're gonna turn hostile, like, real quick? In fact, I'm very nervous about that. I kind of just want to wipe them all out. So I don't want the, like, next boss to suddenly turn all these on me. Is that all of them? Alright. So I see an Elexitor of sorts up there. And once he turns hostile, I'm sure the rest of these will as well. So it's nice to take him down while they're still pretty passive. Hello, sir.
Jax, you have betrayed your comrades. And it seems even now, you have not returned to serve the directive.
My own kind betrayed me.
You truly are misguided.
No, I have learned the truth. The choices the Albs have made will destroy them. You must change the destiny of our people.
Our destiny is set.
You say our, but you're talking about the Hybrid's plans.
Our people pledged our destiny to the Hybrid. We were lost, and he gave us purpose. The directive will bring all of us to the next stage of evolution. The free people will be left behind as we ascend to the next level. Elex is evolution, and we are the people who shall make that leap.
You are nothing but a slave of the Hybrid.
Spoken like one of the free people. You have lost your way, Jax. Our people committed ourselves to this cause. You cannot expect us to step back. Now we are on the edge of achieving all that we have fought for. The Hybrid will soon complete his work, and our people will seize the rewards promised to us.
I will learn the truth when I speak to the Hybrid.
You think the Hybrid will speak to you? You betrayed the directive. You brought our enemies to our gates. He will never allow you an audience.
I also pretty much wiped you all out, so...
The shot to your head may not have killed you.
It was to my chest,
but
you
it
dick.
has obviously damaged your brain. You lost the focus and strength that are the gifts of the Albs.
I was betrayed by someone here in the Ice Palace.
The directive does not allow for betrayal.
The attack on my raider, my execution. It was all planned before I left the Ice Palace. Now, you will tell me why.
You blame your failures on others. Even your own father recognized that weakness in you. He feared that you were not ready for the role you had. That you would bring only danger to your people.
Wardeck said that?
Wardeck was ever a faithful servant of the Hybrid. He would not let family bonds undermine his commitment to the Hybrid and the directive. He was shamed by your weakness, and his shame at your failures that drove him from the Ice Palace. You destroyed his future, and left him with the choice of suicide, or exile with the Separatists. Since then, it is clear to me that he has given up Elex, and fallen into the madness of emotions.
Well, where the hell is he?
Guesswork.
It is something I should have seen earlier. Before he left, he called you a bastard. Perhaps he was succumbing to emotion even then.
Who benefited from my execution?
I ordered your personal effects disposed of shortly after your crash. Your father took them. Elex took the role of Alexator. A role that should have been your destiny if you hadn't failed. But that is irrelevant. The worthy are promoted when the weak fall.
We will see who's weak, Tareq. I no longer follow the directive. I am no slave to the hybrid.
If you think you can face the hybrid and live, you are mistaken. Death will prove you wrong. The strong will prevail. The Alps will evolve. That is Magalan's future.
A weapon's gonna get you a decision.
Are we not fighting?
You are a traitor to your kind.
Then why don't you kill me? I'm actually really surprised that he's letting us go. I guess he's very confident that his words will prove true and that the hybrid will stop us before we
You are here.
even get a word in. I'm here. Yes, I am. Oh, you gotta amaze me, bro. Good scraps here. This is actually looking like a sci-fi version of like the last tunnel of the Sleeper's Temple. Well, what's all this jargon? What does that say? I can't read it. I'm surprised you didn't have more to say.
I see you, Jax.
There he is. Your subtitles were wrong there, buddy. Might need to get some of your best elixitors on that to fix that. Oh?
Despite the expectations of some, my sons have grown to become exceptionally strong. Whether this is the warrior gene or the fighting spirit of the berserkers, I do not know. But if this becomes widely known, I will have no way back. My fate will be sealed. If it is their berserker heritage, that isn't helping in
Whoa.
the struggle to keep their will. It is clear to me that I have lost both of them to the hybrid. The hybrid's control of them is complete, and they will soon take my place. But what if their past is discovered? No impure can join the chosen. Their impurity may lead to my execution if it is discovered. Tareq is beginning to grow suspicious. He will use this to destroy me. Now only the death of my sons can save me.
So he wasn't trying to save Elex. And he must be the one who put the hit out on us. But what role did Zardon play? Because Zardon was the one who pressured Ray into shooting us down. So Zardon was obviously in on the deal as well. Were they working together? What was their end game? I guess the rest of these audio logs will tell the tale. It's kind of funny how he says, though, that, you know, if the Owls find out about the truth of his son's histories, that would be the death of him. So he goes ahead and records it on an audio log and leaves it in his damn office. But yeah, well, what's the deal with the whole impure thing? Is it like not kosher for the Elves to find recruits among like the free people if they capture them? Like, I thought that was kind of their deal. Or do they only breed? And nobody ever really explains how they breed. And it seems like there's hardly any women, so they must be all like straight up test tube babies. Like, not even in vitro kind of shit. Like, straight up grown in an incubator or something. Right, let's start reading these in order.
I just learned that Jax is to be sent in search of Thorald the Pilgrim. Jax will be more vulnerable once he is outside the Ice Palace. If the hybrid is to be stopped, then it is time to act. I have asked Zardon to come to the meeting point. He will ensure that things are taken care of from there. Everything will have to move quickly now if I am not to miss this chance to stop him.
Well now.
Jax is alive. I have heard many reports that confirm this. It is more than just rumor. Tareq must not have heard this news, or he would have acted against me. Elex must have failed his mission to execute his brother. But he remains the best option I have to eliminate Jax before he can return to the hybrid. I will have to bring them together, so that Elex can finish his task. With luck, neither of them will return, and I will be free from the past.
So what's the deal? Was he not trying to take down the hybrid? Or did he feel like we were just going to get in the way? And it begs the question, why did he pick us to raise us if he felt like our identities were going to be a problem and he just ends up trying to kill us when we're way more powerful anyway? Why the hell did he even spare us from the massacre on the fishing village? What the hell was the point if this is what it was all going to end up? Obviously he didn't intend it to end up this way. What the hell did he expect to happen? Like, nobody's found out who we were until, like, he kind of blew it all. But, like, did he never think this was going to be a problem when he picked us up off the island? Like, what the fuck, man?
My plan failed. Jax cannot be found. But all the reports suggest Jax is now fighting alongside the Free People. He has acted against the directive. Against Zakor. I will have to leave the Ice Palace and find him before Tareq learns of his treason. Jax's defection will be my death, one way or another. The exile and the Separatists are now my only chance.
So I was...
Wardick worked with Zardom to sabotage my mission. He sent my own brother Elex to kill me, and all to save his own position at the Ice Palace. The man who claims to be my father wanted me dead, and instead, he was forced from the Ice Palace himself. Now we will see which of us death finds first.
Well, where's the rest of this armor set? Because I want it. Alright, so Wardick was an asshole. But a really, really dumb asshole, apparently. Hey, where's the rest of this armor set? Hopefully I can find it up ahead. Holy moly! That's a hell of an improvement. I'm glad we have just enough stats to use it. Okay, so this is basically our armor from the start of the game. Are boots not armor in this game? For some reason I totally forgot about that. Oh, they are. Oh. Okay, that explains why we didn't find the rest of it. It actually overwrites. Like, the model overwrites our pants and everything. Which is really bizarre, because we're still wearing the pants.
Nope.
They just somehow managed to replace, like, the mesh.
You must have many questions.
Indeed. I'm glad you're so patient with me while I scrounge through my father's old belongings.
Come to me. We have much to discuss.
And old Tareq was telling me you didn't even want to have a word. Open the door, please.
Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins.
Well, there's the fucko now.
So, you are here. I have been awaiting your arrival.
If you wanted to see me, you shouldn't have allowed my execution.
You are speaking with emotion, not logic.
The hybrid sees all, so did you order my death, or just allow it? Was it my past that condemned me?
The past is irrelevant. Only the future holds any importance.
If my past is irrelevant, why did you put a chip in my head to control my thoughts?
The chip improves efficiency. If the chip hadn't been damaged, you would not be asking this question. you would know that true understanding is only possible through me. Join the Chosen, and you will know the meaning of our work.
The same promise you have made to the Alps since you took control. I came here for answers, not more empty promises.
More emotion. Your personal quest is meaningless. If you think your actions now have consequence, you are mistaken. Your arrival here is proof that you are closer to the next step in evolution than any of your kind. But there are things you are yet to understand.
Get out of the way, achievement. I need to see what's going on here.
My kind. I'm not the person I was. I am no longer your slave.
You will always be an alb. All you have accomplished must have proved to you that no individual can accomplish things alone. True strength lies in the collective consciousness. What the free people think is irrelevant. But you, Jax, you must understand the truth. The comet that destroyed Magalan's civilization did not arrive by chance. It was sent to begin the changes to our world, to prepare it for those who follow.
Sent by who?
There is nothing we can do to stop this. We can only be ready for their arrival. That is the truth I have guarded, and I have been preparing our world for this day.
Who is coming?
Those who will inherit our world. The further I evolve, the more I can hear their voices. First, as whispers. Now, as minds I can commune with.
Can we stop them?
They can divert comets and send them across vast distances. Their power is well beyond our own.
If you really know the future, then tell me what will happen.
The world, as you know it, will not exist in a few years. All life that remains will be forced to obey those who come to us now. They will obey, or they will cease to exist. The world must be changed before they arrive. Elex will see to that. But we must prepare people and gather the Elex that will make the changes that must come.
If individuals aren't important, then why do we need you?
My destiny was set the day the comet struck our planet. Elex transformed me. It was an accident of fate. No plan of those who follow. But it has made me their emissary. You think you fight to save our world, but it is me, and me alone, who can do that. You have accomplished much, Jax, but your work is worse than futile. You think of yourself as a savior, but if we stand against these beings, we will all perish. Now, at least the Chosen will survive.
You don't expect me to believe all of this.
I foresaw the day the comet would strike our world. I was there when it hit. All my words, all my warnings, all were ignored. The world refused to listen until it was too late. That day, the Elex changed me. I was reborn, evolved. I failed to save us then. I will not fail again. The free people cannot be allowed to stand in our way. Their infighting had long stopped them from successfully interfering with our plans. All the Elex on Magalan shall be required if we are to stand against the coming threat. You once followed my word without question. It is a loss to us all that my influence ended with your brother's botched attempt to kill you. But now, you know the truth, and you can complete our vision together. Now that Judicator Ulbricht is dead, you must use your influence to stop the clerics. If you value the future of all you have seen, you will serve me and save our world.
Why not work with the Free People to stop these invaders? Maybe if we fight on the same side, we can defeat these beings together.
The Free People are using Elex in their technology, their world hearts, and their magic. They are blind to its true purpose. Elex was sent here to change our planet in preparation for those who follow. Nothing can be allowed to stop that change. The Free People understand nothing but their own personal vengeances. That is why the Alps live without emotion. That is why the Alps have succeeded.
Imagine what they could achieve if you worked with them.
They have no interest in peace. They crave only their personal victories. Hate, emotion, and greed drives their conflict, and it will be their end.
Is there no one amongst the Free People who could join the Chosen?
Thorald, the Pilgrim, was the closest to defeating me. His powers would be helpful to us. But no, his emotions and self-doubt meant he needed another mage. That was his downfall. He is too emotional as well. The mage's connection to Elex was so strong that Thorald lost control of her and the Elex. My future and that of Magalan was saved by their weakness.
Even if this is true, why should I believe we can't fight these invaders like we fought you?
My vision is the only one way to save Magalan. The Chosen will evolve to serve those who follow. All Elex must serve my purpose. All people must serve me.
I didn't come here to let you rule this world. Your time is over. My emotions don't cloud my mind. They have made me realize things about the world I could not have seen before. I did not come all this way to die at your hands. I came here to take back control of my world. Your plans were wrong then. They are wrong now. You are not the superior being you think you are.
My past is meaningless. It holds no fear. Your attempt to use it only proves that you cling to the irrelevant. Die now, or die at the hands of those that follow. Your death will be meaningless. Only my survival matters now.
This is it. Oh god, he's got blasty bits. That's fine. I'll just do some of this. One of these. Coming swinging. Hey, Kaya. Oh, that's not Kaya. Another asshole. You are not tough at all, are you? Alright, bitches. Oh god, I'm fucking up. Left and right. Thank god there's a lot of cover. Yeah, you can't do shit. Ow. Let me get a wolfy tail out. Oh my goodness. Ow, the rockets. Alright. Well, he's not a very exciting final boss, is he? Oh my god, except the rockets just go on for days. Alright, so it seems that the ads just keep coming, so it's gotta come in hot. Yeah, he's not tough at all. Are you? Ow, 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 ow. I wonder if there's gonna be like another... Okay, this is just too much. Alright, let's see how you like this. Oh my god, fuck off with the fucking rockets. Sweet genius. These things gotta go. Bitch! Go down. Holy shit, he just flopped. So what, you just wipe out everything you ever achieved? Yeah, you really weren't into this for humanity's sake, were you? Again with the kicking, man. That's not gonna help. There's no way we're done here. That can't be the end of it. The hybrid destroyed. Is that really it? No parting words? No, like, final monologue? From the defeated adversary? Is that really it? There better be some decent dialogue at the end of all this. I swear to God, if we just walk away and everyone's like, ah, good job. I'm very real fucking pissed. Okay. Cutscene at least.
Magalan, a world reshaped by the comet. A civilization lost in fire and ash. The hybrid spoke of his plan to prepare the world for what is to come. To make us understand the changes that Elex is making to our world. But after all the years of his secrecy, the blood that has been spilled to gather Elex to feed his powers. Who will listen to his warning? There is power in Elex. It has changed every living thing on Magalan. The creatures that made it, that reforged our world from out amongst the stars, are coming to claim their creation. Will that mean an end to all that is here? Or will it be a gateway to evolution? It is now my task to prepare for that day. To decide the future of Magalan. The hybrid's era is gone. Now, all the factions must decide. I have chosen my destiny. Now they must choose theirs.
Damn. Alright, that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Elex. That was a surprise. I don't know what people got all up in arms about the ending. But, I guess because it's just like the final twist. I mean, this game's been a lot of twists. Let's just be real here. Like, a lot of surprises at every turn. And, maybe they got a little carried away with it. And yeah, of course, the ending just comes out of the blue. It's just like, hey, aliens. But is it really that exotic of an idea at the end of the day? Because we get the whole concept throughout all of, like, Kaya's story that Elex itself is like a living substance with a consciousness of sorts, and it just doesn't necessarily have like a physical form outside of just being a mineral, but it exists, and it, you know, it's an alien sort of invader in our world. It's just sort of like an intelligence more than a physical living thing. So I guess they're kind of holding off until Elex 2 to just really describe what the purpose and intentions of the Elex sort of consciousness are going to be. Whether any of us here on Magalan really understand it to any extent. You know, maybe even Kaya is on the wrong path, and she's the one who understood it the most. And then, what exactly, you know, why exactly these alien invaders that are coming along either chucked it at our planet like that, or if that was even intentional. Maybe it's something they lost and are now trying to track down. But the thing I really couldn't understand was what the hell the hybrid was talking about. It sounded like he was talking about fighting the invaders, but then, like, the next statement he would flip over to, like, he was trying to make sure that we served the invaders. And I just can't tell if he was, like, making a point to say that mankind's destined to serve them unless he's the one to be there leading the fight. I think that's what he was going for, but he was just so vague that it was hard to follow. So yeah, I guess my only real gripe with the ending is the fact that, like, nobody else in it even mattered. And it was weird because he was starting up this thing like we would have been able to, like, actually side with him and work along with his designs. And maybe that's a possibility if you have a cold, like, value. I've heard that there are 3 endings to this game. I don't even see how to achieve the other ones. The only other ones I could think of would involve fighting with him. Oh! Now, what the hell was Thorol talking about, like, injecting him with mana? I totally missed that. I didn't even know... I don't even know how we were supposed to do that. I'm gonna have to, like, actually try and get those taken care of before... Or at least that one. If that's an actual ending, I'm gonna have to, like, make that happen before I actually wrap up this video, because... I mean, this just seemed like the most straightforward ending. Kill the hybrid. And I don't know if it's because we went with, like, emotional choices or what. But I definitely got to figure out what else we can do. I don't think I'm going to get the cold ending, if that exists. We just don't have enough cold meter. Although, if I guess it's possible, if I wanted to, I could just start chugging a bunch of Elex strings and see what happens. But maybe I'll give that a shot. If I can kind of figure out how to... like, what needs to happen to make the other endings happen, I'll definitely make sure that that gets in the end of the video. So that at least I have all 3 on record and I can kind of talk about it maybe at the end of all this, but... at any rate, just for our experience now, this whole blind run, I gotta say, I'm content with the game. I'm curious to see what they do with Elex 2. I don't think it's going to be a mind-blowing thing. Like, I feel like they kind of tried to go with a Mass Effect kind of thing here, like the Reapers and the Collectors and all that stuff, and it's not really... didn't really get that deep, but it's a decent story, just with all the plot holes and kind of stuff, which, to be fair, they have a lot fewer plot holes than I expected them to have, and they patched over a lot of the ones that I was ready to call them to task over. So I give them credit for that. They've done well. But as far as Elex 2 is concerned, I know they kind of announced it before this game even came out. They didn't announce it. They still haven't announced it. What I mean is, it kind of got revealed by the fact that I talked about it like back in like episode 7 or something. They won an award from like the European Union or something for like a creative grant, and yeah, they won like 150,000 euros or something, which is like, you know, pocket change for the budget that a video game would require. But I have no idea how much Elex costs to make and how much they're going to spend on Elex 2. But I'm hoping they can get a little bit better and really smooth out the rough edges that were in this game and just fine-tune the stuff that needed to be balanced, as well as add some much-needed functionality to a lot of things, because just too much of... It's been a problem with like all their games lately. It's just, even when they have a variety of things, they all just kind of play out the same. Like, so many magic spells in this game are so akin to each other that there's really no point to getting more than one of them. Guns, it didn't really matter what gun you had. You know, just have an energy weapon and everything else is cake. Yeah, and I guess there really wasn't enough dynamic difference between all the different types of weapons, even though I was surprised to see that they actually had custom animations for everything from hammers to swords to axes, both the one- and two-handed varieties, but just they're, you know, there's nothing that unique about them. And so I want them to really expand on that and just make things, make it feel like there's more. Why is this going to sleep? Make it feel like there's more you can do, more possibilities, and a lot to experiment with and find new ways to, you know, build a character and build your equipment. Just that's a much needed like replay value that their games just have been lacking. So I sincerely hope they can pull that off. But, well, I guess we're gonna sit here through the credits and see what happens afterwards. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to have gotten through this, and for future's sake, what we're gonna do is, once I'm sure that we're done with this, I may do a couple other things, little extra videos, if anything new comes up. Like post-credits. I'm not sure if anything really will, but I'm gonna at least run through afterwards and talk to people before I really say goodnight for this episode. But it's really been a fun ride through all this. So once we're done with all these videos, Elex is wrapped up as far as I'm concerned. What we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is get back into The Witcher and Dragon Age, finish those walkthroughs, maybe take up some more free time to stream, do some nightly streams as well as some weekend streams. Not really that much, but I still want to put out like 4 videos, you know, solid 3 or 4 videos a week. And once we're done with with Witcher and Dragon Age, we're gonna start the Gothic 2 streams, and I'm gonna find, as you know, try and just participate with you guys to help you to help me create like the best walkthrough for Gothic 2 on YouTube, and just have that done. Let that be like the crown jewel of my YouTube legacy, I guess. So, very excited to start that, and I will make a custom video to announce that when all that's going to begin, so we can all participate in this and make something truly special. But until then, I guess we're going to sit through these credits, and we'll see what comes next.
Okay.
Okay? That's all you have to say? Oh, well, let's see what this asshole has to say now that his... Okay, boy, these robots has gone a little haywire without the hybrid's command. Holy shit, you're not that guy who was standing there before. Are you Zardom? You piece of shit.
See if fate brings us together again.
It did.
As I see it, you accomplished your aim of taking Tareq's place.
So, you understood my goal.
I have come to know your plans well enough, but your reign in Tareq's place will not be long.
And who will stop me? You. You will.
I stopped the hybrid.
Mutant force that serves me. If you don't, you will die.
I'm literally standing right in front of you. You have no mutants around you. What are you gonna do?
Give up, Zardom. Most of your mutants are dead. The others will be soon.
It's only my death that would be of consequence. Or the death of my enemy. Or the death of my enemy.
Your time
You
is
just
over,
said that
Zardom.
twice.
Accept that, if you want to live.
That's my choice.
I will let you live, but only if you disappear and never return.
Since when was mercy one of your qualities?
You still don't realize the strength I have gained since I left Zakor.
I will go. But know this, Jax. There will come a day when we see each other again. You must remember the power you had when you were an Alb. One day, I will make you realize what you have given up. One day, you will beg for forgiveness.
Begging is not an Alb quality. Yeah, a bottle of wine on you, that's contraband. Alright, I kinda wanted to kill the fucker, but hey. Guess we let him go. Well. What exactly are the barracks in this ice palace? How do they house so many soldiers? This obviously isn't big enough unless everyone's standing nut to butt. Well, Sestak's still just chilling there. Kaya fucked off. She went back to bed, I guess.
You saw the hybrid?
Yes, it was a hard fight.
Not
but I was
really.
victorious.
Any other Alb would have succumbed to his power. You truly are remarkable. I assume the hybrid is dead.
Yes, he is.
Good. Then we Albs finally have the chance to right the wrongs that have been done to us. You were the strongest of us, Jax. You were the turning point in this war. But many of us still see you as a threat, and will continue to fight you. Which is why I will try to make sure that peace and order reign for our people as quickly as I can. Good work, Commander. The Alb people have you to thank for this new future.
Now, if it turns out that the Albs under Sestak are gonna keep fighting with the free people, I don't think I'm gonna let them, you know, get that far.
Where's Wardak? Where is my father?
He left shortly after the last time you were here. I thought he would join you in your fight against the hybrid.
No, he didn't.
Well then, I don't know when he'll return.
He will not come back here. He's on the run from Zakor, and from me.
Why from you?
He betrayed me.
Well, I have no intel on his whereabouts. He has disappeared.
He will return one day. Of that I'm sure.
Wonder if he shows up in Origin for some dumb reason. Wonder what's all the way down here. Is it just like... they have like a kill zone halfway down? You know, there actually is a bottom. And if the fall don't kill you, the cold will. Alright. I wonder if Thorald is still chilling in the corner over there. Logan went back home. So he won't have anything to say. I still don't understand why Logan even showed up. You know, his whole statement about, oh, I just want to watch the Albs crush you. It's like, yeah, but you're on their doorstep right now. If they kill me here, you're the next in line, brother. You ain't running away fast enough. Well, this dude's still chilling.
Not now, all right?
Alright, well, you're freezing your nuts off out here, alright? Might as well loot all the carnage we left behind. Yep, there's Thorald. Let's see if he has anything to say that might confirm whether or not we can actually do what his plan was with the mana.
Is it over? Were you able to inject the mana into the hybrid?
Nope.
The hybrid is dead.
I had hoped we could tame that monster, but his death will set us free nonetheless. We can begin to look to a future free from the Albs, free from converters, free to choose our own destiny. Well, the Albs won't be quick to accept that their time is over. Many of them will continue to bring Elex north in the hope of reaching the next stage of evolution.
As long as they do that, they will not stop fighting us.
All that counts is that we can now believe in our future. We can make it what we want.
I fear that it will not. The hybrid was gathering Elex to prepare Magalan for the arrival of another threat to our world. They were responsible for the comet. Now, they are coming to conquer us.
So, that is what motivated him. What else did he tell you of this threat? How much time do we have before they arrive?
He didn't say, but at most, we have only a few years.
Then time will be our enemy. We must begin our preparations. You have shown us that we can overcome challenges if we work together. You will inspire us in the challenges to come. We will need your strength if we are to defend our planet. I hope to be able to stand at your side when the time comes. Look after yourself. We shall meet again, friend.
Alright, well that wasn't too bad. Alright, so I'll be honest, I took a quick glance, while you weren't looking. I guess the reason we only got that ending, we actually cannot choose the ending. The ending is decided when you enter that encounter. I'm assuming when you enter that encounter, based on your cold value, and ours is just too emotional. So we actually had no other possibilities there. Oh wow, I have a lot of learning points. Yeah, baby. Why not? So I'm not sure what else I'm gonna do as far as leveling up is concerned. But I'm gonna try, kind of on my own time, and maybe with a discussion video afterwards. But it's gonna be tacked on at the end of this video, so don't fret too much about it. You're gonna see it, I guess, in a second. I don't know why I'm talking like future tense, even though it's gonna be present tense for you guys. So I can't really handle that disconnect right now. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, if it's even possible to get enough, is just make a shit ton of Elex potions and just drink them all until my cold value gets back down. I don't know if it's even possible to do that. But maybe we can at least get the neutral ending. If I can, like, steamroll to the end on my cold character, we can find the cold ending.
The invincible hybrid. Omnipotent, all-knowing. But now things feel different. For all his power, he couldn't stop a single renegade alb. Your progress has been impressive. You are efficient, determined. You have a keen mind. Those qualities are clear in you, Commander. You seem emotional. That will impair your judgment. You are a traitor to the alb you were. Magalan.
You're just flip-flopping all over the place, man.
Whatever the future, it demands strength. It is best for you if we never cross paths again.
Analyzing. Status is optimal.
Alright, I'm trying to talk here, alright? I love how he, like, chirps like that. It almost sounds like a puppy getting excited when we compliment him. But Arx, he's just, like, all over the place, man. Hated my guts as soon as I showed up, but he did nothing but compliment me until suddenly deciding, hey, I don't like you. I don't like the things you're doing. You're terrible. I'm leaving.
Reports from Zakor are pretty confused. Can you tell us what's going on?
The hybrid
is
dead.
Really? And the Albs have lost their leader? The Albs are still patrolling. I saw them only a few hours ago.
Yes, and you should cease your resistance to their plans. Only the hybrid and his chosen can survive what is to come. You should look to the defenses of this place. They will be needed in the storm to come.
What storm? Who are we fighting now?
The hybrid has evolved beyond any of us. His abilities have foreseen a danger that threatens us all.
And you believe him?
Yes. You chose me to lead the people here in Origin. Now, you must follow my decision.
Well, that's not terrifying at all. But I suppose I don't have any choice but to roll with it. And I've got to say, I knew you were the one to make sense of all this. I saw it. I saw it before all the others. Origin was founded to provide you with a base. So, know that we stand with you in the storm to come.
Okay, I think they screwed up. It sounded to me like it triggered both the cold and proper dialogue scripts for talking to him, because we talked about you must serve the hybrid. The hybrid's
I
dead.
hope they can all come together.
So, you actually did it. Is that Alb
I did it.
finally gone?
The hybrid is dead.
Well, I guess you're built out of tougher stuff than the Duke. Shit. Whatever this god does for them, it certainly helps these clerics fight. You'd almost think they were outlaws. There must be
They weren't
more
even fighting.
fuckers out there somewhere.
Sure there are.
It's remarkable what one person can achieve. You killed the hybrid. It is true that death should not be celebrated, but it is clear the people of Magalan will be better off for it. But what happens next? You are now part of Magalan's great history. Having strong emotions can be a blessing or a curse, both for those experiencing them and for anyone nearby. People say that good deeds always have good results, but emotions give you the power of rage and aggression. They can block your progress or give you the necessary strength to reach your goals more easily.
Alright. Well, thank you for the philosophical lesson there. I think I've handled things better than anybody else, so you can cut me some slack. What's this creep-ass, like, looking over his shoulder at us all the
You're
time?
doing well, I see.
Better than the hybrid.
It's good that he's dead, but do you think that that could be our future? A man made into a monster by Elex. All that power turned to destruction? Well, it's over now. It is for us to decide the future. We must take this chance.
Sounds like a plan. Weird, I couldn't even tell her about this urgent catastrophe that's coming for us, but hey.
You're a daredevil. You know that? You just
You're the one who flew a plane into a wall.
Finish off that creature? You've changed the world. Main thing is, we're still alive. Tell me what comes next is gonna be easier. I know it's a lie, but just tell me that so I can pretend, okay?
Alright, it'll be fine. Yeah, this guy never gets anything new. Duras, you finally have some new dialogue since, like, episode 5. You finally have something to say.
From a lost sheep to a wolf.
You've said that already!
You liberated us all. Your courage has brought the world to this place. Magalan owes you. I bow my head in thanks on behalf of all free people. Who would have thought? From wanderer to warrior. You should be proud of yourself.
Thanks. Alright. I know he said that sheep to a wolf line, like, way back, I think when we finished his loyalty quest.
So, you did it. You did do it, right?
Yes.
I did it.
The war against the hybrid has been won.
I don't know why, but from the first moment I saw you, I knew you could do it.
You did?
Yeah, okay. Well, to be completely honest, when I saw you for the first time, I thought, who the fuck is this asshole? But, you know, you turned out to be okay. You haven't just decided the war. You've looked out for the little people, too. People can say what they want, but I think you're okay.
That's good to know.
Best compliment you're gonna get from me, asshole.
Yeah, just call me Sir Emperor Whoop-de-Hey, whatever you said. Okay, you got nothing. It's weird that Harley is, like, one of the, like, most talkative dudes in this town. All of a sudden. I didn't think it was gonna be that big a deal, but now he wants to be a part of every conversation. Yeah, we don't need to help the camp anymore. Alright, I think Reinhold will be interested. Now, I think I've kind of reconsidered if I'm gonna do the alternative endings in this. I think I just want to let this be what it is. Kind of be the end of my blind walkthrough. And just do the other endings kind of on their own. And maybe add some commentary after it, just on my thoughts. But I'm sure they will enlighten us in some ways as to what the deal is with the hybrid and his plans and these invaders. So I think it's going to be worth seeing. I'm not just going to leave it like this in never worry about it again. It does beg the question, though, if there are that many endings and they're making a direct sequel, what's going to be the canonical ending, or are they actually going to allow, like, imported saves for all this to go into the next game? So I need to be careful that I don't overwrite any of these saves for any reason, but, I mean, I've got, like, hundreds of save files. They should all be backed up on GOG Galaxy, so I don't think it'll be a problem.
There's been news from the Ice Palace. They say that the hybrid is no longer a threat.
You must welcome that news.
If the news is true, then the hybrid is dead.
It is true. I killed him.
Then praise be to Magalan for sending you to us. The war
He didn't send me.
finally over. That is
I didn't fly here on no rocket.
The world will know your name. May Magalan protect you. May your name be honored through the ages.
I'm curious if Reinhold, seeing as we can approach him as a cleric with the knowledge that Magalan is a rocket, and he kind of just acknowledges it. I wonder if his dialogue is different in that case. That'd be kind of hilarious. Actually, it would be more hilarious if it wasn't. Also, I have no idea what happens to this guy. He turns out to be the actual, like, drug dealer. And, so I did the quest properly in my other, save game. And he just disappears. Nothing ever really happens to him. I don't think there's anyone else here to talk to. Let's return to Goliath. See if, Ragnar has any words of praise for us.
I've heard that the Ice Palace has been attacked, and that you were behind that.
Yes.
That is good news for all of Magalan. And what of the hybrid?
The hybrid is dead.
This is a day I never thought I would see. Thorald entrusted me with the day-to-day running of Goliath so that he could focus on the hybrid, and now it is paid. We are free from his threat. So it's true. That's more than we could have hoped for. Now we can live in freedom. Thanks to you. The Berserkers are in your debt. Your name will be spoken as we return Magalan to the world it was. The fact that you are one of us fills me with pride. May your name be honored everywhere.
Jax. Why are we getting specifically 1400 experience for everything we, like, accomplish? Every time we talk to somebody. Oh, the other warlords have any, praise for us? He's napping.
What?
Nah. He got nothing.
What the fuck do you want?
Oi, with the language, gentlemen. Alright, Logan, perhaps? Is he sleeping? Oh, you know what? I forgot his bed is actually, like, right around the corner. Isn't it? Where the hell is he? Did he not make it back yet? I guess Logan didn't make it back.
It'll rain in Tavar before that happens.
Alright. Well, do we have any quests? Yeah, we gotta talk to William. So, I guess, yeah, I guess the final mission is just chatting everybody up. Everyone who might be concerned. So, let's wrap all this up.
Don't let anyone tell you.
Oh, the world will change a lot, my friend. You just wait on that. Nice to see the rubble still smoldering there.
Don't listen to those sorts of comments.
Also, as far as that quest is concerned, it looks like there's no other way to accomplish that. I tried doing it other ways, like not walking up there with the, Why is battle music playing? Like, I tried going up there without having... What is, like, attacking? Oh. What the hell's going on in here? Ow! I would figure. Oh, this fucko just died. Also, I have no idea if Bloody Baxter even exists. I've never seen him. Never even occurred to me to, like, look for him. Now, I'll be honest, I was worried that the hybrid would end up with the troll moveset. Like, I figured they just reskin the troll for the hybrid. Because that would be exactly the kind of really shitty final boss they would do. You know, kind of like what they did with, Necroloth in Risen 3. When he was just a reskin of the Shadow Lord. Or Mara in Risen 2 just being, you know, the same as any old NPC. So that was all kind of hilarious. But no, they actually did give him unique moves, even if all he has is like one slash, and then either shoots lasers or rockets. So, very thrilling. Alright, Will.i.am. What do you have to say?
Hey, you. We have to talk.
Do we?
What do you want?
There's a rumor going around that you were with the hybrid in the Ice Palace. It's a stubborn rumor. Those sorts of things often turn out to be true.
Is it true? And the hybrid is dead?
That's his line, you dickhead!
Chance to earn profit. With that power gone, there won't be much to stop the outlaws.
Are you sure you have everything under control here?
I'd advise you to remember the Duke's official line. Fuck the hybrid. You keep
I thought it was
spouting
fuck the
that stuff
clerics.
about its plans, you're going to make the people here nervous. And nervous tends to end up with people shooting each other. So do us all a favor and keep your mouth shut about that stuff.
You want to stick your head in the desert sand? It won't stop what's coming.
What?
The comet hitting Magalan wasn't an accident. We need to be prepared for what comes next.
Do you think it's possible to survive in Tavar without doing that? And what I know is anything coming from the hybrid's mouth can't be trusted.
If that's what you believe.
Yes, it is. And you should believe it too.
Alright, so you're wasting time as usual. What else we got? Hey, Logan is still chilling there. I knew he didn't leave. I was gonna watch you get your ass kicked. Oh, guess that didn't
I
happen.
heard you were with that infernal machine, the hybrid.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah. They were even saying you killed it.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, but no one believes it. But say, did you kill it?
Believe what you want, but the hybrid won't cause any more trouble.
Huh? Then the Albs are fucked too? Tell the hybrid he should think again. Stay in Zakor, and all will be well. Challenge me, and you will regret it.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, why do they keep... Oh, he's sleeping.
Do I have to get up already? Just 10 more minutes.
Why do, like, the lines about the hybrid keep coming up like I'm actually... Like, the hybrid's still alive? I'm guessing that's the cold ending, but for some reason the dialogues keep triggering even when they're not supposed to. So it's, like, really irritating me. Okay, so I guess Alois wants to know. Why is this part of the map so pixelated? God. So many things going wrong at the end of this game. What the fuck? What are all these Oops, I didn't want to hit you.
Hey, help! Help!
What are these? Why is the trader not fighting? Oh, he doesn't have a weapon, that's why. Dumbass. Why can't I actually see any of their damn names? You're fine. Oops, I just killed his bodyguard. I think the trader's dead. Alright, well, so much for him. Oh, I was trying to help, instead I just killed everything. Oh, hey, I missed a body. Nothing to worry about here, just an Alp storming your gates.
It is not only in Zekor that things are changing. Abessa is now a battleground in this war.
That will change now that the hybrid is dead.
Well, I hope that is good news. One less threat would help us all. So, is the struggle against the Albs over?
Not exactly. Many of them don't yet know what is coming.
Well, I hope that we will be able to see peace soon.
It's just a matter of time.
Good. Then let us make sure we survive until that peace comes to us all. I hope you stay safe out there.
Whoa. Okay. That was abrupt. So I didn't end up talking over any of this slideshow that we get at the end here. It basically goes through all the characters that, I guess, any of the important ones, and even semi-important ones, just what happens after the events that unfold in whichever ending you got, and depending on whether or not they made it out in one piece by the end of it, you know, in case some of them you might have ended up killing and whatnot, some of them might have just died by happenstance or whatever. I'm sure Ulbricht's outro would have been different had he survived in our quest. Speaking of which, I don't think I ever mentioned it, but I guess the deal with him, it doesn't really depend on keeping him alive during that fight. I think it kind of depends on which path you end up, like you kind of give him an order, I guess, where you want him to defend, and it does sort of depend which one you can choose on your emotional score. But I think, if I read correctly, I think the safest way is actually what I did, and you do still have to keep him alive. I think any of the alternatives would have actually just resulted in him dying because you had no opportunity to save him. But as far as everything else, I didn't really go through with recording the endings and putting them on the end of this video, because this video is already an hour and a half with all of the stuff that's already here. So I decided I would just kind of abridge my thoughts on it. I actually did try and record them, but I ended up kind of screwing that up. So I'm not really going to put them in here. It's not that much different. For some reason, no matter which ending you choose, even the ending where you side with a hybrid, you have to fight him for some reason. I guess in the cold ending, which is the, long live the hybrid ending, I guess, it's strange because, again, you fight him and kind of give him orders. You tell him basically that you're going to be in charge of the elves, and his wisdom is going to support you, and he's going to stay in contact with the alien race that's coming to invade Magalan, I guess. But it's his wisdom that's supposed to guide you, instead of him being the supreme ruler that everyone's fighting for. And it's weird that it plays out that way, because when you walk around talking to people afterwards, you still act like you are a servant of the hybrid, and that the hybrid is all-powerful and should be worshipped and all that kind of crap. But I think the most interesting thing is that the neutral ending, which is where, again, you still fight the hybrid, but you don't actually kill him. What happens is, like, you start to walk away and he gets back up, and he's just like, I can't believe you defeated me, but you must understand, I know what's best for this world, and this world will not survive without me, and that sort of crap. And I guess the idea is that because you're not overcome with rage and all the negative emotions, you decide to take, now that you have him in your submission, you decide not to execute him, but take Thorald's suggestion to inject him with mana, which you basically just shove it down his throat by the looks of things. But what that ends up doing is basically purging him of Elex, and his whole mentality comes around. He ends up like being all, oh my god, I can't believe like all the bloodshed I caused and all this stuff. And he asks you to destroy him, and you refuse because you say, oh, we need your wisdom to fight off the invaders that are coming. And his response is to say, nobody's going to trust me after everything I've done. You know, they're all going to want me dead. And Jax basically says, oh, I'll protect you and I'll convince everyone that we need you. And strangely enough, everyone seems kind of chill with that idea. Excluding the Outlaws for some reason. And the Outlaws don't even disagree with the idea per se. But for some reason, Logan decides that you're too powerful and too much of a threat. And it's weird that he doesn't feel that way in the emotional ending. You think he would, if you, considering in that case you actually defeated the hybrid. But I think the reason that didn't happen is because it bugged out, and for some reason, even in the emotional ending, you still talk as though the hybrid's still alive and you're still serving him, and that glitches out Logan's dialogue, so the Outlaws never really become hostile. And that's something that does happen in the other two endings. So it's weird that the emotional ending is supposed to be one of the worst ones, because you're killing off the greatest asset to prepare you for the fight against the alien invaders that I guess are coming in Elex 2. But it's technically the best ending in the fact that nobody fights you and all the factions survive, because in the alternatives, you end up killing at least one of the other factions. For some reason, the Outlaws are totally chill when you go with the cold ending and tell them that they have to serve the hybrid, and they're all just like, that's not going to happen. We dare the hybrid to come get us, and leave it at that. But when you go back to the clerics and the berserkers, they're both really pissed off at you. Be like, I can't believe you caved into, you're back being a slave of the hybrid and all that, and they all attack you. So the clerics and the berserkers become outright hostile to you, and all of them end up trying to kill you. Except for the ones in Abessa for some reason. Those clerics apparently didn't get the memo. But then with the neutral ending, the Outlaws become hostile for some reason, and you end up fighting them. And the weirdest thing of all is that when you kill Logan, Nasty just kind of dismisses it. She's just like, oh, you're a jerk, and that's about it. She doesn't get pissed off or anything. The only one of your party who ever actually seems to object to what you do and make a scene is Arx. So even if you go with the hybrid ending, and it should piss everyone off that you sided with a hybrid after all that, after all they went through to help you fight him, nobody really second guesses your choices. They're all just kind of like, that's not a good idea, and then they just stick around. Lloyd never really changes his impression of you. No matter what, he's always just like kind of nervous about you and doesn't like the idea, but he's just like, well, we said we were going to help you, so I guess we'll help you. And yeah, that's about it. So I wouldn't really say that there's a strong diversity of outcomes in this game. No matter what, it really plays out the same. I guess the only other thing that's different is that Tareq, I think his name is, the head Alexander, doesn't die in the other two endings. He only dies in the emotional ending when Zardom comes back to kill him. But Zardom is still in the other endings, and you can make the choice whether to kill him or let him go, all the same. So it doesn't really play out any differently. But yeah, as far as anything else, it's really not that different, and I'm not sure what they're going to go with for Elex 2, if they're going to allow you to import a save game and let you continue from there, or if they're just going to pick a canonical ending, probably the neutral ending, and roll with that, which is a weak sort of cop-out, I guess, but it's actually pretty typical. I wouldn't really expect them to go the lengths that like CD Projekt Red has in allowing you to import saves or load up the game for the first time and plug in the choices you made in the last game so that it knows where to start off. But I feel like the hybrid is too compelling of a character in Piranha Bytes' view to let go to waste like that. And I think it's going to be an important part of their writing to keep him alive in order to, establish the plot threads in the next game. So I think that's probably what they're going to do. I just don't know how they're going to handle the outlaws, like raising a fuss and probably getting themselves annihilated. But it could be that the outlaws just don't end up being a faction in the next game and they come up with some new ones. But at any rate, I hope that when they come out with Elex 2, they take some of these things more seriously. Like the emotional, the cold meter didn't really amount to much in this game, in my opinion. It really just affected a handful of quests and just the choice you get at the ending. So it's, I would argue, even less effectual on the character and the plot than the soul meter in Risen 3 was. But I don't know, with everything else they did in this game, yeah, I'm not surprised that they came up short in a few key areas. I just hope that they are able to take this more seriously and they're able to make the plot more convincing in the second game. And I don't know how they're going to handle an alien invasion like that and make it that compelling after so many games before them have tried to do this. And they're not going to pull off something like the Reapers and Collectors in Mass Effect. It's not going to be that interesting, I'm sure, but I still am eager to see what comes next. And I don't know. As soon as we get news, I guess I'll hook up with my friends at World of Elex and start producing more journalistic style content for them again. We'll see if that happens, but otherwise, we're just going to let the slideshow roll out, and you'll hear my final thoughts on the whole adventure we just went through. So, see you in a second. All right. Well, that was a bizarre slideshow that I thought would have happened after the credits, but no, that's just kind of ended up there. I'm not usually a big fan of slideshow endings, outros for games. I'm just impressed at how thorough that was, even though it was boring and not narrated the way Gothic 3 was, for example. But definitely went deeper into the details of each character themselves, and even brought up characters I figured didn't really matter, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the finale of my blind playthrough. It may not be the end of everything I do for Elex, but I can't really make any promises. I'm just going to see how the other two endings work out. Probably post those with a kind of post-commentary over it, perhaps? Or after it. And, I don't know. We'll see what happens. See if that brings any new insights for what exactly is heading our way in a few years' time. I am curious to see how Elex 2 plays out. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very kindly for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And, well, if you want more content, well, let's not say it that way. And, so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very kindly for watching this whole series, if you've stuck with it all this time. I know it took me longer than it probably took most people to get through, and most of you know the reasons for that by now. But coming soon, we will be returning to The Witcher and to Dragon Age, and Gothic 2 will happen in due time. But until then, thank you all. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, subscribe to my stream archive channel if you want to stay in touch with my live stream ventures as well for other non-Piranha Bytes content. And, well, we'll see you around. Thank you for joining me on this long-awaited journey, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.